Alright, hello, welcome, and today it's the Mark and Joe Show, and we are going to talk about this net neutrality bullshit that's going on. They got a 3-2 majority among the voting commissioners. And what it means for you. Well, what it means is you're going to spend more money, you're going to get slower speeds, and you're going to get restricted access. And if you like to stream things like Netflix and Hulu, you could be paying out your ass.
True, very true.
But just to let you know, this bullshit, whoever did this, it's just to make these companies like Comcast, Verizon,
AT&T.
Spectrum, AT&T, a little bit richer because they can now make package deals based on speed.
What
And
they'll
they
probably
can-
wind up doing is making package deals based on users.
And let's say they partnership with somebody like Google, for example. They can restrict you to viewing only Google for a search engine.
That, or they can set it up to where Google is the fastest search engine you have, where if you want to go through Yahoo or Bing or something else like
Now
that,
you ain't gonna get
they can
this.
slow them down.
This isn't gonna hit us and impact us right away.
No, we're looking
It's going to
at about
take a while
year.
because this is a big law that they got to write into the law and all of this, so on and so forth. But here's the kicker, people. Here's what you got to do. You got to go out and write your local government. You know, your state representatives, your senators, your governors, your mayors. You write these suckers and you tell these motherfuckers that you don't want this to happen.
Now here's the thing though, if you're going to write it, put it on paper, in an envelope, and mail it straight to your senator or your congressman. Because they respond more to written mail than they do to emails.
I don't know.
Also, they respond more to phone calls than they do
Pick up the phone and
emails.
call them. Tell them that you're against net neutrality. Also, keep an eye out, and I will find it, and the next show we'll do an update on this, I'm sure. Not this, maybe tonight. We will look for, if there is one out there, a petition to sign online, because those will get fired too.
If we can't get it, if we can't find one, let's just fucking put one together.
Yeah. One way or the other, we'll have one posted on our website.
But there is good news, though, with-
www.markandjoeshow.com.
There is some good news with this. We've got 18 different states
Oh,
where
yeah.
the attorney generals
The attorney generals from
have
18
filed
different
a
states.
lawsuit. They had already they had it ready to go as soon as this Ajay Pai bull ass fucker went and made the final decision on this to destroy net neutrality. And as soon as he did that, they went and they put in play a lawsuit, and they're suing the FCC, and they're also saying that they believe they do have a solid case against this asshole because of the fact that it is harming the communities, it's harming the consumer, not helping us. Because all that's going to happen with this is you're going to wind up, like Joe said, you're going to wind up paying through your ass.
Especially if you're
Because
Comcast.
these things are fucked up.
Especially if you're part of Comcast, Verizon, or AT&T.
Those are the three big ones that started this mess.
If you get your internet through AT&T, Verizon, or Comcast, you're the ones that are going to suffer the most.
You're the ones that are going to suffer the first.
And the hardest.
Here's something to ponder, okay?
Because all these
There's a
companies
couple
want
of
to do is
things here.
get richer.
There's
And
a
they want
couple
to
of
get
things
it
here-
richer off you.
There's a couple of things here to ponder, though, okay? Ajay Pai, the chairman of the FCC, was appointed as chairman
He's
by
not,
Donald Trump.
he's not
Now,
a very popular person right
Hang
now.
on. He is a former lawyer for Verizon. So, obviously, there is a conflict of interest in his choice. He is probably owning stock in Verizon and knows that once this all happens, Verizon stock is going to go up.
Yeah, maybe they should investigate that fucker.
Now, another thing that's kind of interesting in this is the timing of this, the way it came down. Because right now...
Yeah, a former Verizon lawyer. He was a Verizon lawyer.
That's what I said. He was a lawyer for Verizon. Now, the way this came down, though, you got to think about this. This is my conspiracy, my theory. The Congress right now is trying to pass a shit sandwich of a tax scam bill. They're trying to pass this and feed it to the public and trying to tell us it's peanut butter. Well, this decision came down from the FCC, Ajay Pai, the chairman, and
yeah, it was a close vote, though, 3-2.
It's pretty much, well, that's because
he was the deciding vote.
Yes, because he is the chairman. There's 2 seats Republican, 2 seats Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the chairman is
he
one
broke
that,
the tie.
Yes, he is, but he is also a big corporate shill. But the thing is, because of the timing of this, that takes away some of the focus that has been put on trying to get this tax crap bill, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, is the biggest scam that's ever going to be pulled on the people if we don't do something about it.
Well, here's what this says.
And I believe that's why it came down like it did, because it was to pull some of that attention away from that, so they can go and push and cram this bitch right down our throats.
Well, here, we can't let Pi have the last word on this, which is why this is what it says, which is why we're calling on Congress to use a resolution of disapproval to overturn the FCC's vote to dismantle the net neutrality rules.
Now, that would be something that should be workable because of the fact that you read earlier in that one article that 4 out of 5 of the Republicans disapprove of it because of the fact that it does what it does.
Now, for you people that don't know what net neutrality is, here's the perfect description of it. Okay, net neutrality is the Internet's guiding principle. It preserves our rights to communicate freely online. Net neutrality means an Internet that enables and protects free speech. It means that ISPs, Internet service providers, should provide us with open networks and shouldn't block or discriminate against any applications or content that ride over those networks. Just as your phone company shouldn't decide who you call and what you say on that call, your ISP shouldn't interfere with the content you view or post online. Now, this net neutrality bill, or this thing getting appealed like it did, now allows ISPs to do all of that.
Yep, it allows them to throttle anything that they want so they can keep you from viewing it.
That's
a
form of censorship.
Yeah, it is. It is censorship.
Now, that's also a form of, what is that, against a violation against some kind of rights, isn't it? Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, freedom of assembly.
Expression.
And believe it or not, when you go online and you're in a community chat room, that is a freedom of assembly. You are assembling your voice and your thoughts into an area.
Well, here's what happens. Without net neutrality rules, companies like AT&T, Comcast, and Verizon will be able to call all the shots and decide which websites, content, and applications succeed. Mm-hmm. That means which ones you'll be able to view and which ones sit there saying, oh, still loading, still loading, still loading, still loading. So that you get, and it'll happen long enough so you get annoyed and stop trying.
Here's another thing, too, about this. The Internet was developed by the government.
They can now slow down their competitors' content or block political opinions.
Yes. The Internet was developed by our government. Okay?
They can charge extra fees to view the few content companies that can afford to pay.
Once it got developed and pretty much most of the bugs worked out of it, it got released to public use. Now, the thing is, though, the Internet should be considered a utility. Just as your television companies are considered a utility, just as your electric companies are considered a utility, just as your phone companies are considered a utility, yes, even cell phone companies are considered a utility. They fall under an article of, I believe it's called Article 2, which
Title 2.
Or Title 2, thank you.
It's right here.
Title 2. And that
was
is
just gonna read
exactly
it.
where it should be. It should be put under Title II.
Here's
It
what
gives
Title
all
II's
those
rules.
protections.
These are the Title II. These are the Title II rules we just lost. Why is Title II so important? After a decade-long battle over the future of the internet, in 2015, the FCC adopted strong net neutrality rules based on Title II of the Communications Act, giving internet users the strongest protections possible. Well, we just lost all of those protections, people. They just went out the window.
Not completely yet.
Pretty much.
We are still in a battle for this.
If they win this and net
That
neutrality
is
goes
why-
out the window, we
That is
lose
why
all of
it
that.
is extremely important. Because, okay, they had, when this was coming down, they actually had over 1 million calls
Yeah.
to the congressman.
Free Press helped argue the case defending Title II. On June 14th, this is all going on.
Yeah, and it's still going on right now. This is a battle to keep our voices free and keep our abilities there to go and communicate with each other online.
See, now here's another reason. And I know I might offend some people, and in this case, I don't mean to offend people, but I'm just reading what's said.
I don't care. Offend us.
Here's why net neutrality is so crucial, especially for, this is what this article says, especially for communities of color. The open internet, which is what we have right now, allows people of color to tell their own stories and organize for racial justice. When activists are able to turn out to thousands of people in the streets as the moment's notice, it's because ISPs aren't allowed to block their messages or websites.
No, they're not.
But guess what?
They are now. If
They
this
will
goes
be now
through,
if this goes through.
Finally gets finalized, they will be able to
Do you know what
start
that could
blocking
cause?
anything they want.
Do you know what that could fucking cause?
Well, you said yourself.
That could cause mass riots in the streets.
It could.
Because
yes,
now
it
people
could.
will not have the freedom to necessarily protest online safely and in a safe manner without people
Exactly.
getting harmed.
Exactly.
And it'll go to the streets.
Yeah.
And then we're all fucked.
No, well, not really fucked. I mean, you're going to see a lot more of the violence.
Yeah, there'll be a lot. That's all this is going to cause. A
I
lot
don't
more
know
violence,
if anybody knows.
a lot more outrage.
I don't know if anybody that may listen to this knows of Guy Fawkes Day. Okay, remember the 5th of November.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, it's Guy Fawkes Day.
Who the fuck is Guy?
Back in 1700s,
Okay, here we're in
a
for
group of
history
5
lesson.
guys got together to take down the King of England and Parliament because they felt that the King of England and the Parliament were not serving the people the way that they should.
Right.
And they were going to bring them down and they were going to reinstate the people back in that would actually go and help the people. Well, the whole thing was what they were going to do is they were going to blow up Parliament and Buckingham Palace. And it's called Remember, the 5th of November.
Look it up, people.
Gunpowder, treason, and
But
plot.
I want to leave you with one final thought about net neutrality. Now, if you want to start out a new business, without this net neutrality, it's going to be very difficult to get the word out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, without net neutrality, the next Google or Facebook will never get off the ground. Okay?
Without
this
net
stuff is
neutrality,
you
the
know,
small companies are not going to have
Here's what we
an
can
avenue
do.
to
Congress
reach
has
these
the power to reverse the FCC's vote.
people. Yes, they do.
Urge your lawmakers to use a resolution of disapproval to overturn the FCC's decision to dismantle the net neutrality rules. You know?
And if you can't get through to the switchboard in Washington, call the local office. It will get to them.
You know, the Trump administration is doing everything in its power to clamp down on dissent. Okay? If we lose net neutrality, they succeed.
They win. We lose.
Yep. We don't want to lose.
Next one.
Don't let them take our freedom away.